Good? All right. As soon as Mark comes back in. He heard his name. All right, technical issues having been addressed, we'll resume the meeting. For the purposes of attendance, Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Colton,
Present.
Doster,
Present.
Getty,
Here.
Hatfield,
Present.
Tunison,
Here.
All right. Are there any state or county officials that present that would like to make any reports? Then we'll move on to limited public comment. Anyone wishing to address the commission may do so for up to 3 minutes.
Okay, Gary White, Nashville. On your agenda and what you did last, started talking about the Personnel Committee and compensation for commissioners. When I read through the stuff from the COW meeting, or not the COW, but the Personnel Committee meeting, it said the administration came out, we also tried to explore the different benefits, retirement, health, etc., provided to commissioners, but had difficulty in obtaining this information from other counties. There was a short time frame with the new administrator that came in here, but the committee had 13 months, or this commission had 13 months to get that information around to ensure that you were compensated properly and not overcompensating for the commissioners. The committee decided to wait until the last minute, and then they put it on, I don't know, it says here, the committee then charged the administration to do what more or less was their job. So your personnel committee should have taken it upon themselves to go out and explore this information and chose not to till the last minute. If you look at the compensation that you as commissioners get, $39,921 in medical, $29,382 in per diem, for a total of $69,303. That's an additional $8,662 in your compensation that you chose. What's that?
We don't get per diems, Gary.
It's
Maybe
what that's
you
what
ought to
is
check
that's
your
what came
information.
from the last county administrator. That was in their budget. You don't get per diems for medical. You don't get medical benefits.
We get medical benefits.
That's where
Well, we're not engaging in a conversation here. I just wanted
it
to
seems
correct
like we
that.
are.
Well, then.
But as I said, and now you've taken up my time.
I'll give you 1 more minute.
But as I said, this is a fact, that another $8,662, because the Personnel Committee did not take this on before, and you keep on smiling at me because
Yeah,
you're
I
the
do.
chair of it, right?
Uh-huh.
It's pretty obvious that you guys didn't do your job, but yet you want a raise. The reason the county got rid of per diems in the past was because the abuse of the per diems that was taking place. Now you have a commissioner that wants mileage to go to township meetings. Should every resident get mileage to come to these and have conversation? You're not on these boards. It's your choice if you go to or not. You can ask this. But as I said, this is a problem with this commission, and has been the problem with this commission.
Thank you.
You get
We
half the
appreciate your
information.
comments. You've had your extra minute.
I don't think so.
Your extra minute started at 30 seconds left, and then the clock rolled at 3. You've had your extra minute. Thank
So
you.
you do have a problem.
Are there other public comments? Seeing none, we'll I'll now ask for approval of the written agenda. Are there any requests to remove any items?
Move to approve.
Moved and supported. Discussion. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Thank you. Various correspondence. I don't believe there is any, so we'll move on to consent items. Mark?
Thank you, Mr. Acting Chair. I move for the adoption of the following consent items. A, approval of the September 24th, 2024 Board of Commissioner meeting minutes. B, approval to reappoint City Manager Sarah Moyer-Cale to serve on the Berry County Solid Waste Oversight Committee in the position representing the City of Hastings for a 3-year term that begins on 11/1/24 and expires on 10/31/27, as approved by the Hastings City Council on August 12th of 2024. C, approval to appoint Dr. Thomas Koster, osteopathic doctor, effective 8/1/24 as Deputy Medical Examiner for Berry County. D, approval of the 2025 proposed Berry County health plans for Berry County employees as recommended by the Berry County Healthcare Cost Containment Committee. E, approval of the 2024 apportionment report. F, approval of the Public Act 116 application, Farmland and Open Space Preservation 24-1 for Shane Hickey, located Section 25 of Castleton Township. G, approval of the purchase agreement and conservation easements between Berry County and Susan K. Butler, trustee of the Alvin E. and Susan K. Butler Trust for property located in Maple Grove Township, and authorize the chair to sign. H, approval of the purchase agreement and conservation easements between Berry County and Vanessa S. Carpenter for property located in Maple Grove and Assyria Townships, and authorize the chair to sign.
Is there a motion by Commissioner Tunison,
Support.
support by Commissioner Doster? Is there any further discussion? Discussion is not allowed on these items. A roll call vote is required, so Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Colton,
Aye.
Doster,
Aye.
Getty,
Aye.
Tunison,
Aye.
Hatfield,
Aye. Thank you very much. All items are approved. We have no presentations today. We have no public hearings today. Items for consideration. Commissioner Tunison.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Item A, approval prepaid invoices of $6,541,306.80.
Second.
We have a motion by Tunison and support by Getty. Discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Or, excuse me, roll call vote.
Okay.
You're dealing with an amateur up here. Sorry, yeah. Madam Clerk?
Doster,
Aye.
Getty,
Aye.
Tunison,
Aye.
Colton,
Aye.
Hatfield,
Aye.
Okay, item B, approval of claims in the amount of $121,224.42.
Second that.
Okay, we have a motion by Tunison, support by Colton. Discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Doster,
Aye.
Getty, Tunison,
Aye.
Colton,
Aye.
Hatfield,
Aye.
Okay, item C, approval of commissioner reimbursement mileage in the amount of $1,051.23.
Support. Doster.
Motion by Tunison, support by Doster to approve commissioner reimbursements in the amount of $1,051 $0.23. Is there discussion? Will you call the roll, please?
Carlton,
Aye.
Doster,
Aye.
Getty,
Aye.
Tunison,
Aye.
Hatfield,
Aye.
Item D, adoption of resolution 24-23, naming trustee and alternate trustee to serve on the Board of Trustees for the West Michigan Health Insurance Pool, WMHIP.
Motion by Tunison. Do we have support?
Support.
Motion by Tunison, support by Getty to adopt Resolution 24-23, naming trustee and alternate trustee to serve on the Board of the Trustees of the West Michigan Health Insurance Pool. Discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Tunison,
Aye.
Carlton,
Aye.
Doster,
Aye.
Getty,
Aye.
Hatfield,
Aye.
Item E, adoption of resolution 24-24, resolution approving salaries for the 2025 non-judicial county-wide elected officials.
Support.
Motion by Tunison, support by Getty to adopt Resolution 24-24, resolution approving salaries for 2025 for non-judicial county-wide elected officials. Is there discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Carlton,
Aye.
Doster,
Aye.
Getty,
Aye.
Tunison,
Aye.
Hatfield,
Aye.
Item F, adoption of resolution 24-25, resolution approving the 2025 through 2028 compensation for county commissioners.
Support.
Motion by Tunison, support by Calden, to adopt Resolution 24-25, resolution approving the 2025-2028 compensation for county commissioners. Discussion?
I'll just say one comment that when I was on the board 32 years ago, at that point, we had per diems. If you added the per diem with the salary at that point, I think we averaged about $10,000 a year. If that had kept up with the rate of inflation, it would be substantially more than what the board is asking for compensation currently. So I think that this compensation is set appropriately, in my opinion, humble opinion.
Thank you. And you do have the comparison chart now that we asked for, just confirming what had been indicated regarding comparative benefits with the peer counties. Yeah, we knew when we dissolved the elected officials compensation committee that we were going to have to take this on ourselves. It's always probably one of the most difficult things that we will address because it appears to be very self-serving. But I think, Mark, to your point, we have typically erred on the side of moderation on that. And I think when I look at this, we do this as much for those that will sit in these seats in the future, more so than for ourselves. And it's important to be fair because the hours that we put into this certainly are considerable, and on an hourly basis, we are compensated very modestly. So,
Mr. Chair?
yes.
So the criticism that we didn't have per diems and different kinds of things till the last minute, I think all that's moot. Because really, we were just looking at other counties to make sure we're not out of line. Really, we've always based, whenever, even before the compensation committee, we would base our raises on the history of negotiations with bargaining groups and not on a comparison with other counties. And in this case, that's purely what we've done. We looked at the history of what happened with bargaining groups and based it on that, not on what other counties were doing.
True. Yeah, as you say, looking at other counties is just kind of a cross-check, but our own contracts have primarily driven our actions. So, Commissioner Tunison?
Mr. Chair, in light of all this, the Personnel Committee did put a lot of time and thought into this. And they did their homework regardless of what other people say. And they took into consideration the fact that it didn't want to look like we were putting a big raise on to commissioners or anybody else. It's based on necessity that it go up a little bit, that inflation has gone up for everybody. So, and you guys did your homework. So I want to commend you on that.
Well, for the three of us that are here, we thank you. Further discussion? If not, Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Koster,
Aye.
Getty,
Aye.
Tunison,
Aye.
Colton. Hatfield.
Aye. Motion,
Item G, approval to confirm the appointment of Bruce Campbell to replace Mike Colton on the Personnel and Human Services Standing Committee and recommended by the board chair, I should say.
Support.
motion by Tunison, support by Getty to approve the confirmation or confirm the appointment of Bruce Campbell to replace Michael Colton on the Personnel and Human Services Standing Committee as recommended by the board chair. Mike, I appreciate your service that you have, provided us on that committee. You have you and Mark both, provide a great historic perspective that has frequently been very helpful. So you will be missed, but understand the issues. So thank you very much. Further discussion? Mark?
Commissioner Colton, this was a voluntary
Oh, yes.
decision on your part, or?
I offered it because, based on previous comments by Bruce, he looked like he really, really, really wanted to be on it and felt that his citizens were minimized because he wasn't on it. Myself, I like being on it, but I have a lot of appointments on Thursdays that I had to miss a few, and I felt bad about the ones I missed and didn't feel like I could do a good job because I need to make those Thursday appointments.
Which we certainly understand, but we appreciate the consideration also for Commissioner Campbell's position. Hopefully this will give him a little better understanding of how that committee works, because if in fact in the future we consider adopting other standing committees, it's important that we understand the process and have a mutual trust and respect in the discussions that take place there, and an appreciation that the final decision is always going to come back here. So further discussion? If not, Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Getty,
Aye.
Tunison,
Aye.
Colton,
Aye.
Koster,
Aye.
Hatfield.
Aye. Approved. Thank you all. Unfinished business, we have none. New business, we have none. County Administrator's Report. You want to take advantage of the fact that...
I'll pass, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Our chairperson is hopefully enjoying a very successful hunt in the Southwest. I have no reports. Commissioner reports.
I've got Hastings Charter tonight. Rutland will be tomorrow night. So, that's it.
Commissioner Getty?
I have nothing.
Commissioner
Good,
Colton?
This week, Maple Grove and Castleton, and I'll have the Village of Nashville and Woodland Township later this week.
I have nothing.
Okay. So we'll move on to limited public comment. Anyone wishing to address the commission may do so for up to 3 minutes. Seeing none, we have, yes, make sure we note that and report that back to our chairman when he gets back. Any other commissioner comments?
I don't know that this is anything we have much power over, really. I'm in the process of, involved in a transfer of property in Oklahoma, and they have an interesting requirement that in order to have property put in your name, you have to sign a testified statement that you're an American citizen because of the pressure from China of buying up farmland in Oklahoma.
That might just be that state's.
It is.
Right.
Yeah, it's
it
the
is.
state, but I was wondering if that, does anyone know whether there's that kind of pressure here?
I don't think they have done that here. Do you?
They haven't done it here.
No, I haven't heard of much concern over that here, but I know my sister lives in Montana, and they're discussing
Oh.
that, you know, there as well.
I thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
No.
I was reading they bought up a big property right in Montana outside a U.S. military base, and that's an issue.
Oh,
Yes. I think that's the one that triggered it,
Yeah.
but it's becoming more and more of a problem throughout the state.
Of all the land in the United States to buy, why would you buy in Oklahoma?
Oil.
oil control.
I'm just thinking, well, I guess I wasn't thinking oil, I was thinking food,
Yeah.
you know, the ability to grow stuff.
I think they have, they've relaxed their marijuana laws, and China is dominating the distributorship of marijuana in Oklahoma.
Really?
Yeah. Well, and the drug fentanyl, and, I mean, you know, other drugs as well, I think.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, any other commissioner comments? Do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Sport, Koster.
Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Let's note the time, 9:27.